Hi guys, oh my hood's fallen off. I was feeling cutchy in my hood then. Hi guys, it's another Charity Tuesday. Yes, I'm sat here again for you all on my little perch in front of the camera. I've been talking to a few different people about what I could do on these Charity Tuesday videos. Now, as somebody who has been through similar things to the charity that I'm running for, the marathon, that isn't even a real sentence, for the charity that I'm running the marathon for, that's a better sentence, I thought that I would discuss some topics that people ask me questions about quite a lot, and I would address them because people do ask me them, and I think it'd be useful for people to know. So for those of you that don't know, I was sexually abused from the age of about 6 up until the age of 19. It wasn't consistent, it was on and off throughout those times. I don't like talking about that side of it. But it did go on. People didn't know for a very long time, and it was only when it stopped that really the majority of people found out about it. I'm not very good at talking about it. Like, I don't like talking about the actual ins and outs of it, but that's not what I'm going to do in this video. So I am a survivor of, I don't like that term at all. There's not 1 ounce of me that likes that term. I don't like the term victim either. They're not terminology that I like to use about me. I've got depression and anxiety as a result of it, and yeah, people always ask me questions. Like, I am very open about what I've been through. I don't like going into details because I know it makes people uncomfortable, and to be honest, I don't think that helps people understand what I've been through. I just think that's just me giving details that people don't always need to know. Like, I don't need to discuss that part of it with people. So that's a bit of back history for you. That's my situation. So being in that, having that sort of background, I feel like I could answer some of the questions that I do get asked. People do ask me, and people ask me how it felt. The first topic that I'm going to cover in this week is what it's going to be about. I can't speak today, my sentence is not coming out. I'm going to discuss talking to people about it. Disclosure is the word that the police used, and when they first used it, I was like, you what? I was like, can you talk in English, please? But that was a very big step for me, and it was one that I was ready to take when I took it, and it really did help me, and it still does help me, because I think people often think that once the physical side of abuse ends, that's where it ends, and that's not the case. The mental side of it is ongoing, and for me, I'm very lucky. Like, mine, I've got very under control now. I'm in a very good place. My mental state is good. So, I'm lucky. I have got depression, anxiety, and that side of it, but I am very good at managing it and looking after myself and my self-care. I don't know why that is a real term. My self-care is, I'm very, very aware of it, and when I get triggered, and then at times it does creep up on me and I do get set back, but that's understandable. So for me, my disclosure was the starting point of getting things under control and gaining control for myself again. Like, for some people, the disclosure part of it is tough, and it was tough for me. Like, the worst thing for me was sitting down and telling my mum and dad what had happened. Like, I could never relive that. I could never go through that again. That was the most heartbreaking thing for me, to tell them that I'd been through that, because I knew how they would feel, and I didn't want to make them feel that, but I knew I wasn't making them feel it. It was like such a mixture of emotions, and it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible, and I hated it, and it wasn't nice at all. But the first people that really found out and that really knew the extent of what I'd been through were my friends in uni. Like, it sort of word vomited out when we were drinking, and then that first year of uni was a whirlwind of discussing it and and really for me trying to work out what I wanted to do. And then in that summer, everything sort of got too much. I was trying to work out what to do. It was the last time that the abuse happened. So yeah, that was the last time that all really happened, and it was very, like, my mental space was exploding. Like, and then I came out to mum and dad about it, my family, like my mum and dad and my sister and my brother. Like, my extended family didn't find out until he committed suicide, which wasn't great. Then once he committed suicide, then it sort of exploded, and family and friends of family and stuff like that started finding out, and it became a bigger thing. And I was very lucky. I've got messages from friends and people I went to uni with, all being really supportive. My family were really supportive. There was like odd comments that were made that I was a bit like, you're not making things easier. But I sort of, when I was ready to, I looked it up on the internet. I was like, what happens when you tell people you've been abused? Like, if you look at my search history on Google, it was like really weird. Like, I just didn't know what to expect, because you never know somebody that's done it. You never know somebody who's been like, right, I'm ready to address this. I'm ready to talk about it now. And I think it helps. Like, people do still have questions. They're like, so it's finished now. Like, he's dead and the abuse has stopped and you're all right now. And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. But sometimes it still affects me, and people have questions, and when people talk to me about it, I prefer them talking to me about it rather than talking about me. So yeah, for me the disclosure helped, but I can understand the people that it doesn't help. But it is a very important step of it coming out. I feel like I've just rambled loads of stuff, but I hope it sort of helped people understand the telling people stage of being abused, because it is really tough. And sitting in a room with a police officer that you don't know, telling them all these details about what happened and things, that is a stage of disclosure to me. And that's letting somebody into something very, 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 very hard. And that's like giving your trust to somebody that you don't even know, when you already don't trust people very well. So yeah, that was tough. But yeah, disclosure is very, very hard, and it has to happen at the right time in order for it to make a difference, I think. I've just rambled, but I hope it helped. So, like I said at the beginning, I am running the marathon. I am trying to raise a little bit of awareness as well at the same time about what I've been through and what other people go through and what people are still going through. And the statistics are out there and they don't lie, although they do lie a little bit, because obviously with abuse being abuse, the statistics aren't really what is happening. Like, what is happening, that it's probably a lot worse than what we know it to be, and that is pretty scary. So if I can make the slightest difference in that by running the marathon, then I hope I can. So if you can donate, see, I told you I can't put a sentence together today. So if you can donate, please make sure you log on to my Just Giving page, and even if it's like £1, it makes a difference. It will all add up in the end. If you want to like see more of these videos or any of my other videos, blah blah blah, make sure you subscribe. I have got a Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, you know, it's all down there in the little box. And I'll see you next week for another little chat about something else. And if you've got any questions, do ask them, or if you've got like a topic or something you want me to cover, let me know and I'll give it a go. Next time, bye. Until next time, bye.